Hello, beautiful people. How are you all going? I hope you're having a beautiful day or night wherever you are in the world. So before we get into this video, I just wanted to do a little intro and give you a little context for what you're about to see. So as you can tell from the title, this is a moving vlog, but it's not just any ordinary moving vlog. Normally, you would just pack up a house and just go to your destination, but for us, it took 7 weeks, almost 8, to get to that destination, and it's been quite the journey. So I thought I would explain a few things before we get into it. So first and foremost, I am moving from Melbourne back home to Far North Queensland, Port Douglas, where I used to live and where my parents live, and I'm very excited for this new journey and chapter in my life. Melbourne has a very special place in my heart. It's where I grew up and it's where a lot of my family live. However, it has changed a lot in the last 2 years. It is not the same place that it used to be. It's a little battered and bruised, and I spent a lot of my time over the last 2 years in lockdown, 262 days in isolation. That's almost 1 full year of my life locked in my house with just my dog and my cat. And I was fortunate enough to live in a beautiful home, a rental home that I actually moved into the week that all of our lives got turned upside down, the week that Victoria went into its very first lockdown in March of 2020. Woo! And this home really helped me through the most isolating times. I know it sounds silly, but I had a really beautiful connection with that house. It was a beautiful environment. I had a lot of space to be creative and to be inspired. Beautiful backyard with a big tree that my animals loved. They loved that backyard. And I had beautiful neighbors who would check on me all the time, and nice walks to go on around the Yarra in nature. So it was just a beautiful place to live, and I feel very grateful that I got the chance to live there in that time. And I'm sad to say goodbye to this house. I'm sad to see it go, but I am also very excited for a new chapter in my life. And I actually took a full video house tour of that rental house because I wanted to remember it, and I wanted to show all of you the beauty of it and how I put everything together in that home. You know, a home is what you make it wherever you go in life. And so I wanted to share that with you. So you can look forward to that video coming soon. It'll come sort of after all of this, which I know is a little annoying. I wanted it to come out first, but I didn't have access to that footage until now. So I want to take the time to edit it and put it together. So it'll come a little later, but I hope you enjoy watching that and seeing the beautiful house that I lived in the most difficult times. I just wanted to keep that memory for myself as well. So anyway, I will talk more about that house and my experiences through lockdown in that video. But moving, that's what we need to talk about in this video. So moving back to Port Douglas, one of my favorite places in the world. It is absolutely beautiful. I used to live there, and I'm very excited to be going home, just to live amongst nature, to be near the beach, be surrounded by my family, be near my parents, and just be soulfully free. One of the main things that I took away from the pandemic was that it allowed me to reflect on my life and what I really wanted out of my life, what really matters to me. That's why I've made the decision to go back home to Port Douglas, because it has all the things that I really want and the things that really matter. That's where I'm going, but the journey to get here was incredibly difficult. So just to backtrack a little bit, my mum flew down on the 9th of September to help me pack up the house, because as much as it was my rental, it was also my parents' house, a place for them to come down and stay when they visited family. So they had their own room and their own belongings, their own furniture, etc. So my mum came down to help me pack up the house and organize everything. And at the time, Melbourne was going through its 6th lockdown. The Queensland government had shut its borders to Victoria and New South Wales because we were a red zone, but my mum was able to come into Victoria because she was coming from a green zone. It's some crazy system we have. At the time, we knew that we had to apply for a border pass to enter back into Queensland when it was time for us to move. The Queensland government had opened the borders back up for residents returning and new residents relocating. So that was both my mum and myself. They told us that it would only take 10 days for our applications to be approved, to get our border passes to go home. And boy, was that a lie. Because for us personally, it took 53 days for us to get our approved border passes. That's almost 8 weeks of waiting to go home to our own home state in our own country. It was a very stressful, debilitating, heartbreaking situation to be in and experience to go through.
Oh no, I just finally cried myself to sleep.
And I will talk more about that experience another time. I sort of talk about it a little bit in this video and in the coming videos. I will leave that for now because I don't want to ramble on too much. I want to get into the video. But what I will say, just to give you a little bit of a timeline, we applied on the 22nd of September for our border passes to go home. And that was sort of around 10 days, a little over 10 days before we wanted to fly home. So we gave it ample time from applying to when we wanted to leave. We couldn't get the removalists to come and pack up all our stuff until the 29th of September. Then the cars were booked in on the 6th of October to be taken back to Cairns, Queensland. And then my animals, they weren't able to be booked in with a company who takes them on the plane until the 8th of October. We wanted to leave after that because we wanted to make sure that everything was done, everything was complete, that the animals were on the plane and that they were safe, that no flights were cancelled, etc. So we wanted to leave after they had gone, but we never got our border passes to go home before then. So here we were thinking that we would just stay at my cousin's house for a week, which, by the way, we are so grateful that we actually had my cousin's house to stay in, because I don't know what we would have done, because I moved out of my rental house on the 29th, and then little did we know at the time it would take so many weeks to get our border passes to come home to Queensland. I honestly don't know what we would have done or where we would have gone. We would have had to have stayed in a hotel for weeks on end, which would have cost us a fortune. So we were very lucky to have a roof over our head, food on the table, and a place to stay. Thank you so much to my cousin for allowing us to stay in her home. We are very grateful for that. But a week turned into 8 weeks of waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, with absolutely no answers, no one telling us anything. We called so many people, we made so many inquiries, we emailed so many people, and no one could give us any answers. We were just told to wait our turn to go home. At the time, there were thousands, and there still is thousands of people trying to get home to their own home state in their own country. And you will have to watch the end of this video to see if we finally got that call to go home. So that is the timeline. That is just briefly explaining what we went through. There is so much more to it, and maybe I will talk about it another time, because right now I am still processing everything, and this whole thing has been such a journey and an experience and a stressful time. And so once I process everything and I'm able to gather my thoughts on the situation and what we went through, maybe I'll explain it a little more then and talk about it. But if you have any questions, just let me know in the comment section and we'll try and answer them for you. But here is my moving day vlog. Enjoy. It's moving day today. Technically moving day. The people come to collect all the stuff today, the removalists. We don't get to leave today to go to Queensland. We've had to get up super early. It's 6:15, I think. I don't think I slept much, to be honest. They're coming at 7, well, between 7:30 and 8:30. Most likely they will probably arrive close to 7:30, I'm assuming, because it's supposed to rain for most of today, which isn't great for moving. It already has been raining, so yeah, I think they might come closer to 7:30, but who knows. I just have a few more boxes to tape up. I'm so sick of packing. I cannot wait to not have to think about packing or taping up a box. I never want to hear the tape sound again. See my nightmares.
Night terrors.
I don't want to talk about it.
Call it off and don't look back. Take me off this lonely track. All my worries of yesterday, I can't seem to get away. We were golden, turning blue. I thought you could see it too. Through our hands it slipped away. We were never here to stay. We were so wild and free. We were just kids in love. I gave you the best of me, and all I was asking of you was to never break it. Every night I spend with you, hoping you could feel it too. Don't you ever paint it black. We are never coming back.
You guys are just taking a little break. I got them all some coffees. I'm just having a coffee and a croissant. My mum's sitting in the car with her chai latte, chilling out. Because it's kind of raining. But I thought I would sit outside. Have my last little croissant and coffee in my backyard. Kind of sad, like I'm sad and I'm happy. Because it's bittersweet. Like, I have so loved living in this house. And I moved in here just before the pandemic started. So it's been a beautiful place to live. So I will miss it. But on to more beautiful things. I've been very lucky. All the places I've rented and have been in, I have loved. And this one by far has been the best place that I have had. And I will definitely miss this beautiful tree and this beautiful backyard. And all the little birdies and the baby birds. But going to a place where nature is all around. Leaving the big city for a small little beach town. Basically just going back home to my other home. Melbourne is my home and Port Douglas is my home. So on to another journey of life. Poochie, I think, is playing with Rosie's ball. Oh, Poochie's gonna miss this back garden, but she's gonna go to Port Douglas where it's full of nature. And she used to live in Port Douglas, so she'll be right at home. You can see her little tail. I was just gonna say, goodbye garden. Look at my beautiful broccoli. It's literally as tall as me. You can hear the bees. Goodbye. My first time growing things in a garden. I will have to grow more in Port Douglas. I can't get over how big this is. It's massive. Whoever moves in here next is going to have some beautiful broccoli and some silver beet and some carrots and some kale and some chamomile. So many things. Also, the grass did not look like this when I moved in. So I take pride in the fact that this garden looks much better than when I arrived. We gave it some tender loving care. Oh, it's so interesting watching bees do their work. Love it. These broccoli flowers are so beautiful. It's a purple broccoli, if you're wondering. Anyways, they're still doing all the moving in there, so I'm just hanging out in the backyard with the Rosie, who's just had a bath. And she's in her Gucci Poochie coat. It's not actually Gucci. It says Poochie, but it looks like a Gucci coat. Are you playing with the ball? Are you playing with the ball? Oh. Watch out, Rosie. You might get swiped. She swiped her before when Rosie went over to her. She was like... She's like, leave me alone. There's too much going on and I'm not sure I'm happy about leaving this backyard. We are going to my cousin's to stay for a week.
These are dark times, John.
Because it's vacant and it has no one living in it. And the reason why we have to go there is because obviously everything is being taken out of here today and they will start taking it up to Cairns, Queensland. And then the animals, they leave on the 8th on a flight. Unfortunately, we couldn't get on the same flight as the animals, so they leave on the 8th and we hopefully leave on the 9th of October, the next day after the animals go. But we're waiting for our applications to be approved.
These are dark times, John.
Our permits to go to another state. It's crazy, crazy times. I'll talk about that later. Yeah, that's basically the plan. So we're just hanging out at my cousin's for a whole week.
Something wrong?
No.
So we've got to take stuff over to the house this afternoon. We've got cleaners coming here tomorrow to do the cleaning, and I've got to take the animals to the vets to be checked to get a health certificate so they can fly, like a healthy to fly certificate of some sort. So this is officially my last day in this house. Well, yesterday was officially my last day sleeping in the house, so I have honestly thoroughly enjoyed living in this beautiful home. I'm gonna miss this cute little house. Look how cute it looks. Fresh grass, freshly mowed yesterday. I'm just sitting here. They're almost finished. Looking a little worse for wear because a bird just shat right on my head and went onto my jumper. And I'm like, I've put it in the sink to try and get it off because like the bird shit stains, man. Stained my beautiful pink jumper. So anyway, they're still doing stuff. They've got a little bit left to go. It's almost an empty house. My mum's just gone to get something to eat for us. And I'm looking like a bird just shat on my head. Oh my God. Moving, it's not attractive by any means. Almost an empty house, Rosie. This stuff is going to the depot in cans for my dad to pick up because they're things that we need pretty much straight away. A lot of it is just bits and pieces, my Apple desktop, some clothes, my painting easel, and a lot of like shop stuff for my online store that I need access to. I'll show you when everything is empty. Bye! See you in cans! Whoop. Stay. Bye! See you in cans! They have gone. Everything is cleared out. Just a little Rosie left and a little Bootsy outside still lying in amongst the leaves. And now it's all empty again. We made this home very magical, didn't we, Rosie? Looks so boring without the stuff in it. It's a beautiful home, but it just looks so bare. No fairy lights. No isolation Christmas room. No Christmas tree in the window. No Christmas-esque in this room that I made into a Christmas room for my isolation birthday last year.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
Guest room, my friend Matt. Your room is gone.
Oh my God! I can't believe it! Oh.
Now I gotta clean the walls with my gumption. My Skye News sticker has come off the wall, the window, the front door. An empty home. cleaned. I've just come to check on it. Oh, it's kind of sad. An end of an era. Today is the official last day of being in this house. I thought the last day was a few days ago, but then I forgot we had to drop off the cars and they're being picked up from here today. So the guy, real estate agent, is coming to pick up the keys at 10 o'clock, which is in like half an hour. So I won't be able to come back into this house. And then the people picking up the cars are coming between 9 and 1. It's like 9:30 at the moment, so I don't know what time they're coming. So we're just gonna have to maybe go down and get a coffee, hang around this area until they come to pick up the cars. So I just wanted to document this little moment. Goodbye, window. I've loved looking out of you. Oh my God, it looks so pretty today. Goodbye, cute little floor where all of the, in this house, the windows make all these beautiful formations when the sun shines in the windows, and I love it. Goodbye, little Christmas room. I'm just saying goodbye to everything once again. Goodbye, lounge room. Goodbye, bedroom. Goodbye, beautiful window. Oh my God, so pretty. Goodbye, hallway. The gallery is no longer here. Tiptoe through the gallery.
Oh my God, it's like we're doing the Midnight Rock Museum.
Welcome to the Midnight Museum. Take your seats. We will begin the show.
Through the gallery. What are you doing?
Goodbye, spare room. Goodbye, office. Look how cute. Oh, see? Look at the beautiful, like, shadows coming through the window. I love it. It's like a little piece of art. Mom's in the toilet.
Do you want to go?
Yes, actually, I will go. I was just saying goodbye to my house. Mom just used the toilet. Goodbye, bath that I spent most of my time in lockdown here in Melbourne. Most of my time was spent in that beautiful bath. So thank you for the relaxation. Goodbye, kitchen and beautiful lounge room. Love these floors. Goodbye, Mum's room, Mum and Dad's room. Goodbye, laundry. And my favorite of all, goodbye, beautiful tree. I love this backyard. And I'll say goodbye to my plants. I'll say goodbye to my plants quickly. Oh, they've grown up so much. What's that? Rosie left her ball. Goodbye, beautiful, beautiful veggie garden. Here go the cars. Bye, cars. See you in Cairns and Port Douglas. Bye, twinnies. Goodbye, house. Love you. Good morning, everyone. Today is the day that the animals go on a plane back to Cairns without me. I hope they're going to be okay. I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm sure they're going to be in great hands. Off they go. Bye, Rosie and Boots. Poor things. I feel like I'm going to cry. I have no idea what's going on. It's the first time I've sent my babies off anywhere. I'm having mum guilt. They will be fine. Bootsy she knew something was going on. She hit Rosie in the face like 5 times. And then she struggled to go in the cage, but anyway. They'll be okay. Please keep them safe. I just realized that I didn't update you yesterday on how my babies traveled and if they were doing okay and if they arrived safely. They did. They arrived safely in Cairns. My dad picked them up from the airport and they looked happy and healthy and well. They were a little warm because it was a very hot day, so they're adjusting to the heat. It'll probably take them a while for their body to like get used to the heat up there. But they're doing really well. Rosie is hanging out with Winnie, my parents' dog, and they're having a good time together. And Rosie seemed really comfortable and happy. She had a really big smile on her face when we FaceTimed my dad, which I'll insert. It's a really cute photo. But yeah, she seems really happy and healthy. And Boots, my cat, she is also doing really well. She's situated herself in my mum's office on this beautiful pink chair, and she's been like sitting underneath it as well. So she's kind of keeping to herself, and she seems comfortable in that one room. She's adjusting. They're all adjusting, but Boots is kind of taking a minute to figure herself out. So she's just keeping a little bit more quiet and to herself, but they're all calm and happy. My dad has his hands full looking after them, but they're doing well, and they're in Port Douglas before us. I'm so sad. We're still waiting for our permits, so that's not fun. I really wish we could have gone with the animals yesterday. Today is supposed to be the day that we fly out. We were supposed to fly out tonight, but we don't have our permits. We applied 3 weeks ago now, on the 22nd of September. There are high volumes of applications, and it's taking them a long time to get through them all. So I don't know where we are in the line because they're going like chronological order. So it's taking a really long time. I really hoped and prayed that we would have them before today, but we don't, and we can't leave without them. Otherwise, we won't be allowed into Queensland. It's crazy the amount of stuff you have to do to just go to another state in your own country at the moment. It's wild, like the amount of information that we had to put in for our applications. Like my mum's application is a resident just going back home, and mine's a new resident moving to Queensland, and I had to put in so much stuff to prove that I have a place that I'm staying in there, that I have work up there, that was just wild. Anyway, so we applied 3 weeks ago. We have no idea when it's going to come in, and we can't book our flight until we do. So the flight that we were meant to catch tonight is cancelled. It was cancelled anyway, so we just got a refund. So my dad didn't have to cancel it himself. So yeah, we just have to rebook when we know when we can fly, and hopefully that's not too far away. Because my mum and I are getting bored.
Oh, wow, I'm really bored.
Hello? Permit, is that you? Why are you ghosting me? So rude. You're still lost. You're really bad at directions.
We're getting out. We're finally getting out.
We're finally We're going home!
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me.
Hello? Excuse me, sir. Do you know where our permits are? You don't? Well, you're no help. Hello? Permit? Is that you? Hello?
Stop it, I'm gonna go inside. Good heavens.
Hello? Is that you, Permit? Have you been approved? You're lost. Come on. Uh-oh, because you're lost. Where?